Hi everyone, Simon here with a review of Invisigun Reloaded. Invisigun Reloaded is a sneaky stealth arena battle game available on PlayStation 4 as you see on your screen, but also PC and Nintendo Switch. There's a lot of different layers to this game, so bear with me whilst I walk you through them all, but the kind of selling tagline is what would happen if Bomberman took place when everyone was invisible. Which I appreciate sounds like absolute chaos, and it is, and that's one of the good things about Invisigun Reloaded. It is utter chaos if you want it to be. This game puts you in an arena for 1 to 4 players, both locally and online, and you have a variety of different game modes which I'll run through in a bit, but you're all invisible. You can't see yourself, you can't see anyone else, and so you need to kind of count the squares as you move with the D-pad. I found easiest going up, down, left and right, jumping across gaps, opening doors, setting off traps, setting off switches, and trying to get into a position so that you can tactically eliminate your opponents, which is what most of the game modes go for. There's 12 characters to choose from, and each one has their own individual special ability, and they kind of play into where you want to fit on the sneaky to aggressive scale. So some of them are very good at being sneaky and want to set off, say, long range traps, but you need to have found yourself far away from everyone to be able to kind of do that. Some of them are much more melee focused, but to do so you need to have been aggressive to run up to people where you think they are and I stress where you think, so that you can then set off the trap and then kind of run away again without being caught or reposted back, I guess. The game has a variety of different modes, but what I really like about the game and what kind of keeps it fresh is that it does err slightly to making you be aggressive with your tactics rather than being passive, because if everyone just sat there then nothing would happen. So the game modes are things like death mode, where it's the amount of people you kill determines who wins. There's like last man standing, where you've got 3 lives, for example. There's also like paint the arena, where you've got to run around all of the squares and colour them where into the colour that you're in, but obviously that exposes where you are, so then everyone will go piling into you. There's also like delivering the goal to a bit like capture the flag, but with more of a delivery aspect of things, where you need to kind of pick up something and then hold it in a space for a while. But obviously once you've picked up that thing, sometimes you're exposed, or you can kind of see it travelling around, so everyone piles in on you. So it's very much survival and tactical manoeuvring and espionage. It's really fun though, and the AI bots, if you don't have people around, keep all of those game modes very fresh in your mind. I did find that some characters suited my playstyle better than others, but I think that's because I was a bit more sneaky than maybe what other players would want to be, and so they fitted in with their special abilities more with my playstyle than others. So I think you will, like, over time gravitate towards certain characters, which is kind of natural for a lot of these types of games. When taking it online, I must admit I had very little online experience because the player lobbies aren't exactly teeming, but what I did have worked well with the couple of games that I played. I've primarily played this locally offline, and I've done it with a variety of people actually on scale of experience. And what I really appreciated with Invisigun Reloaded was that as people got more experienced with the gameplay challenge shifted. So when you've got people who come in and you just want, like, you've got some drinks, as you do, or maybe not in this current climate, as when this review goes out, but you've got some people over, you've got some drinks, you're like, want to play Bomberman but invisible, lol. Everyone gets out, no one has a clue what's going on, and it's utter carnage and chaos. You've got people hanging on the sides of the arena, and then you get bumped accidentally, it exposes both of you, and then you both turn to shoot, and whoever kind of gets there first is the one that survives. People are like walking through doors and then just standing there, and you can see the doors open and everyone just piles in. So it is utter carnage and stupidity. But then as you get to grips with the game, suddenly the carnage turns into tactics, and actually it becomes much more tense and focused, and I could see this having a kind of tiny but very dedicated, like esporty type following, because there's an awful lot that you could do with this depending on the characters that you choose and when you put into the arena and how big brain thinky you want to get with this game. But what I really appreciated was that Invisigun Reloaded is able to scale up as your scaling up of experience and knowledge of the game goes with it. I hope that point makes sense, because sometimes, like some games like this just stay in the stupid category, and some games like this you have to have such a wide range of knowledge to like be competitive. Invisigun Reloaded was able to kind of cater for the whole mass, depending on who turned up. Now obviously if you're going to have like a mishmash of half and half, you're going to find that actually the people that don't know what they're doing will do really well to get a lucky win, but luck of the draw. There we go. Outside of that, there is a single player campaign as well, where it will take you through the initial heroes that you've got and kind of take you through some puzzle rooms. And I found those interesting to kind of learn a little bit more about the power-ups themselves. Good distraction, but ultimately for me the main fun was in the local and online multiplayer aspect of stuff. But I really appreciate that the single player mode was there, because I found out more about the power-ups and things that they did and the nuances of them through that single player campaign, and that made me a much better local multiplayer battler as I went along. So, hide and seek with weapons? Are you game? This is out now. I think it's gone under the radar for an awful lot of people. It's also worthwhile noting, I've only played the PlayStation 4 version, but the PC version and the Nintendo Switch version is cross-play. So if you've got it on PC and someone else has got it on Switch, you can invite each other across. It's just the PlayStation 4 version that isn't included in that. Well done, Sony. But yeah, really enjoyable, pleasantly surprised. This will be going into my party night games rotation very, very easily, and I think it will become a mainstay for a long time to come. Hope that was informative. More detailed written review may be up on higherplanegames.com in the next couple of hours. Until then, happy gaming. Bye. Higher Plane Games is part of the Higher Plane Network, a collection of media projects ran by me. If you like what you see and want to find out more, visit patreon.com/higherplane network. Your support can make so much more possible, be that a like, a comment, a share, or a pledge. Thanks for watching.